Hey everybody, it's Kim Danke, your fast track instructor. Just want to say, first of all, welcome to Shibboleth. I am so glad that you are here. If you're brand new, we just are so excited that you have decided to take this journey with us. If you are here for a refresh, thank you for trusting the lifestyle and coming back for a refresh. Really appreciate it. So I give everybody until 8:03, 3 minutes to kind of get logged in, make sure they didn't run into any little snafus or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping and then we'll get started. If you will look where your chat button is on your phone, you can see it probably down at the bottom. Also on your computer, if you're on a computer, you can see it at the bottom. Touch the chat button. Then you're going to see where it says all panelists. I want you to touch where it says all panelists. And then I want you to choose the option all panelists and attendees. After you've done that, I'd love for you to tell me hello, where you're watching from, and how you found out about Shibboleth. And if you're new or here for a refresh, just give me some info. My name is Kim, and I have been around here for 2 years now because I found the secret, and I don't give things up when I find the real secret. I've lost 50 pounds and I've been maintaining that 50-pound weight loss for 19 months. It took me about 5 months to lose it. And then I have been maintaining that for 19 months, which to me is awesome. Okay, Michelle. Hello from Georgia. I love that. A friend who found the secret. That's awesome. Melissa, let me spread this out. Melissa Whistler, here for a refresh. Awesome, Melissa. Glad you're here. Annette Haynes, new to Shibboleth. Y'all tell me where you're from too. Hey, Jenny Harris from Columbia, Tennessee. I'm so glad Patty encouraged you. That is awesome. Kevin Ingram from Minneapolis, first time on Shibboleth. Welcome. We're glad that you are here. It is awesome and amazing. Shelly Hastings from Dallas, Georgia. Welcome. Welcome. And I'm just going to, Shelly, if you don't mind, click where it says chat and then click where it says all panelists and set your chat to all panelists and attendees. So if everybody will look next to their name and make sure it says all panelists and attendees, we'll make sure we get all of that little housekeeping done. Okay, Jenny Wolf, Hickson, Tennessee, heard about your plan from your BFF and Two Girls at Work. Awesome. Carol Allen and Carol Fay, you're new. Awesome. Glad you're here. Gina, my daughter introduced me. Hey, that's a great daughter. Sharpsburg, Georgia. Awesome. You should be excited. I'm glad you said that. That's fabulous. Haley Mertz from Cohutta, Georgia. Newbies. Oh, Haley and Dawn. Awesome. Glad y'all are here. Joy Gragg from Douglasville, Georgia. Welcome, welcome. New to Shibboleth. I think I saw your name come through. Do you know Pinky? I think so. Maureen Roeder from Alabama. Guess where I'm from? Alabama. Learn from watching a group from my church lose weight. Where are you from, Maureen? And if you don't mind, Maureen, set your chat for me to all panelists and attendees. Hey, James Wayne from Dahlonega, coming back starting tomorrow. Awesome. Awesome. Trina, introduced by a friend. Heard about Shibboleth, Valdosta, Georgia. That's a big area for Shibboleth. Okay, Joy, I thought I saw your name come through on my list today because this is how Shibboleth spreads. Okay, we don't have a marketing department. Okay, all of our members are our marketing department. See, this is a ministry. When you have a ministry, I mean, some ministries have marketing departments, but we try to spend our money on taking care of our members. And so I told well, that's not how it really lines up. But anyway, I told somebody told somebody, and then Pinky told Joy. That is fabulous. All right, Maureen from Wetumpka. Okay, awesome. Hey, I'm interested in Wetumpka right now because I know those folks from hometown have been down there redoing that. Oh, and I know some people from Wetumpka. Awesome. Yeah, I know that group you're talking about. Cool. Glad you're here. Okay, well, we are going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen with you. And we're just going to go over Shibboleth in a nutshell. I like to call it that, Shibboleth in a nutshell, because tonight what I'm going to do is just do the overview. We're going to do the overview. Tomorrow night, we're doing 1 hour on food combining so that you can understand just that one part of what we do. All right. If you are going to do anything tonight, please take notes. There's no real reason for you to do any screenshots of this. Take notes rather than screenshot this because this is accessible to you on the Shibboleth website. All right. It'll be right under the video. Hey, Brenda. Brenda's on here. Brenda comes to class every Monday night in Kennesaw. Awesome. Okay, so we have a lifestyle. It's the Shibboleth lifestyle. It is not a diet. Now, many of you are starting this off with diet mentality, and I completely understand that. Let that work to your benefit in the beginning, but we got to get to us knowing that it's a lifestyle, all right? And you'll never hear us call it a diet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you the basics. This is the way I see this. You're learning a new language. And if no one tells you the words and the terms and how we're going to talk and what we're going to say, you won't know. So that's what tonight is all about. Just learning the basics, understanding how to talk the talk and then walk the walk. And we're going to start off with the basics. So there are two modes in Shibboleth. You are either in weight loss mode or you're in maintenance mode. Everybody pretty much starts off in weight loss mode. There are three differences, just three. There's only three differences between these two modes. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Diana. And hey, Carol. So there's only three differences between the two modes. One is the number of holidays that you can use in a calendar month. Two is how you eat fruit. Yeah, isn't that funny? How you eat fruit. And three is your mindset. We got to get from the diet to the lifestyle mindset. Okay, so those are the three differences between the two modes. So that's not hard, right? Hey, Pam. Okay, there are two types of days on Shibboleth. You are either going to have a perfect day or a holiday. Now, we need to have more perfect days and holidays, obviously, to get our results. Okay, so we're going to talk about the guidelines of that. But if you joined us as a Tiger's Eye member and you go into journal, you may see 10 different types of days listed there, and you might go, what in the world is all of that? I want you to, just put blinders on. You've got to have blinders on in the beginning, okay? We're going to start off in kindergarten. I'm your kindergarten teacher, okay? We're going to start off in kindergarten, and then we're going to move up through elementary school, and then once you get up to Travis, you're in college, okay? We're going to take you through, we're taking you through the nutrition education you never received, but we should have. Okay, so we got to start off with the basics. But when you go in there to journal tomorrow morning, you may see a big old long drop down menu of options. Perfect day or holiday, those are the only ones. What you can get excited about all those other days is that those other days indicate advanced knowledge, and you can take care of that when you feel like it, okay? But right now, we just need basic knowledge, simple, perfect day or holiday. So those are the two types of days. And just to kind of give you a little heads up, all those other types of days are versions of perfect days. They're just more advanced topics. How many holidays are allowed? When you are in weight loss mode, you can use up to 6 holidays in a calendar month. When you are in maintenance mode, you can use up to 12 holidays in a calendar month. So what this means to you is that up to means you don't have to use all 6, okay? And if you have 24 to 25, what we call perfect days in a month, and you don't use any more than 6 holidays, you are going to get the results that you want. If you are starting off first time in Shibboleth and you do this the way that you're supposed to, in the first month, you lose 10% of your starting body weight. I started off at 185.5, and in my very first month, I lost exactly 18.5 pounds. And I thought, wait a minute, I have never been involved with something that gave me more or gave me exactly what I expected, but it's given me so much more than that since then. But it gave me what I expected. All right. So just we don't want to use more than 6 holidays in weight loss mode. Now, what a holiday is, you may have heard the term cheat day. Well, we don't cheat on Shibboleth. We have a holiday because food can be used for celebratory reasons and fun. Maybe we have a birthday, an anniversary, an actual holiday, or graduation, or something special to celebrate. And we can utilize those holidays for those days. Okay. So we're not cheating when we do that. We're just using food in a different way. But cheating also has a negative connotation in my mind. I used to be a school teacher and a principal. I don't like cheating. So we do not cheat on Shibboleth. We have a holiday. So how do you have a perfect day? You follow the Shibboleth shield. A shield is designed to keep you safe when you are in battle. So we are going to follow the Shibboleth shield. After 2 perfect Shibboleth days, your body gets into a state that we call EFB. And I like to say EFB, baby, EFB, efficient fat burning. And that's what we want to do. We don't want to just lose weight in the term of general weight loss. We want to access and burn stored energy off of our body, which is fat. We got it there. We just need to burn it off. Okay. But nobody has ever taught you how to access it and burn it off. And we're going to teach you how to do that. And if you follow it, it works. If you don't follow it, it doesn't work. How do you have a perfect day? There are 5 components to the Shibboleth shield. And this is what I love about this lifestyle. I needed a management system. I needed some structure and I needed to know what was going on and what I should do each day. So there's 5 components to the shield. Now, after I started doing these, I started calling them my 5 daily disciplines. All right. Because these are things I should be doing anyway. So water, journal, combinations, portions, and timing. Okay. And it's not cafeteria style. It's not, you can't just pick and choose as you want. It all works together to get us, I'm telling you, supernatural results. Okay. It all works together to do that. So the one about combinations, if you are taking notes, that one is this, that eating in a way that controls insulin. That's what combinations does. Okay. We're going to go over each one individually, but there's going to be 1 full hour on the combinations tomorrow. Because if you look at these 5, only one of them has to do with what you're eating. Number 3, combinations. That has to do with what you're eating. The rest of these are things that are going to help you modify any behavior things that we need to modify. Okay, component number 1 of the Shibboleth shield is water. We must drink at least half a gallon to a gallon of water every day. 64 ounces up to 128 ounces. 64 ounces or half gallon is your minimum in order to say that you have had a perfect day. All right. So that is simply 4 of these. 4, just 4 of those, and you've got a perfect day where it considers your water. Okay. But if you do less than that, it's not a perfect day. So get in 64 ounces. All right. A dehydrated body will not efficiently give up fat or waste. And we needed both of those things moving out of our body as we're achieving our results. Component number 2 of the shield is journal. So we are going to write down everything that we eat. This is absolutely huge when it comes to the area of behavior modification, which I know my behavior needed to be modified. So this helps in that area. It also helps you think about what you're doing, make very good decisions, and learn the lifestyle. This is going to help you, okay? So we journal daily. You are now a citizen of planet Shibboleth, and there are no idle bites on planet Shibboleth. So we're going to write down everything that goes in right here. If you bite it, you write it. If you nibble it, you scribble it. If you drink it, you ink it. And if you hog it, you log it. We got to write it down, okay? Everything that you eat, you write that down. Component number 3 of the shield is combinations. We're going to eat properly combined meals. We're going to eat in a way that controls insulin, aka the fat bus. Insulin is what we call the fat bus. Properly combined meals keep away the fat bus. So we're going to talk about insulin more in just a minute on one of our slides, but just know that insulin equates to the fat bus. Component number 4 of the Shibboleth shield is portions. We're going to eat properly portioned meals from a 6 to 8 inch plate using the 2-hand rule. All right, you carry your measuring tools with you wherever you go. So no matter what size plate you have, you're not going to eat any more than what'll fit underneath these 2 hands. And the way that you do it is you put your fingers as close together as possible. You move your thumbs out of the way. You put your hands together as close as possible and you lower them down right above your food. And then you look at your food. As long as you cannot see your food sticking out around your hands, you've portion controlled. But you also don't want it any thicker than the thickest part of your hand. So that's what you're going to use for your portion control. Component number 5 of the shield is timing. Okay, so we've been over 4 already, and then I'm going to touch base on this timing real quick. It's important. It's very important. But number 1 is water. Must do that in order to have a perfect day. Journal. We must do that in order to say we're having a perfect day. Combinations. We got to do that in order to say we've had a perfect day. And portion control. We've got to do that in order to say that we've had a perfect day. This one is basically for optimization. Okay. But the more you pay attention to this one, the greater it will enhance the other 4. So it's very important, but I'll show you why it does. We can't tell you exactly what to do on this one because everybody lives different lives. Somebody might wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Somebody might not wake up till 9 o'clock in the morning, so we've got to give you the rules that are you then have to put it into your life and the way that it works in your life. All right. So we're going to give you the breakdown. You do not have more than 3 meals in a day. 3 meals is plenty. We have been trained to think it's not plenty. The whole world wants us to think it's not plenty, but it is. So 3 meals in a day. Up to. You don't even have to do 3. But I also don't suggest just going and being hungry either, okay, for no reason, all right? You should eat if you're hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. And the reason I say up to 3 is because some people don't eat breakfast, all right? So if you're not a breakfast eater, don't worry about it. You don't have to be, okay? That's totally fine. Yes, Michelle, yes, you can. This one right here, actually, the timing part is incorporating fasting. I don't talk about that tonight, though, completely, Michelle, but that is a topic. If you're a Tiger's Eye member, once you've gone through Fast Track, and then you've gone through the silver level daily doses, in the gold level daily doses, then you will learn about fasting, intermittent fasting. It sounds like you already may know a little bit about that. So if you do, feel free to go ahead and start using it, especially if you're already used to it. Okay, so up to 3 meals a day. If it's breakfast, that's fine. If you don't eat breakfast, your first meal of the day could be lunch. It's totally fine. You do want to give time between each meal, about 4 to 6 hours. All right. So I eat breakfast. So I usually eat breakfast about 8. I usually eat lunch around noon. And then I eat dinner about 4, and then I don't eat again until the next morning. So I'm getting a bit of intermittent fasting in, but you don't have to do that. Okay. And I didn't do that in the beginning. I've just kind of worked up to that, and I'm busy at night. So that's what I do. But let's say that you got home from work and you ate at 6. That would be 6 hours. Okay. So you can see what I'm showing you and how each person can apply this information based on how you live your life and what's going on in your life. But you still want to give the basic general rules to this one to say you've had a perfect day. So in a moment of what Travis is our founder, by the way. You'll eventually you'll have classes from him if you haven't yet. In moments of mental weakness, because we really could make it from breakfast to lunch and lunch to dinner and dinner to bedtime without having extra food. So he calls it in moments of mental weakness, you can utilize freebies, an extra, or a snack. And freebies are really unlimited. Then an extra is just, I always say, it's just a little something extra, which it is. And we'll talk more about that during the week. You're going to be participating in these fast track laps, and we'll go over extras in that, or a snack. So you can utilize those. And I say utilize those things because they would be approved. You wouldn't go over the portion that you're supposed to use, and this would keep you to have a perfect day. You wouldn't want to get so hungry or something and give up a perfect day by going and eating a bag of Lay's honey roasted barbecue or something like that. You want to have an approved chip. Okay, so we've got approved things for those moments. All right. But keep in mind that we need to stop grazing. Grazing is hurting our metabolism, although people will say it doesn't, it is. It also hurts our digestive system. I know that people out there have digestive issues. One reason is because the digestive system is a machine. When you have a machine that never gets a break, the machine eventually breaks down. And if we are eating constantly, we're never giving the digestive system a break. So this 4 to 6 hours between meals helps our body get started in the 4 phases of digestion, okay? And it gives our body that break from digesting. And then we do want to give our body a nice long time, which I utilize my sleeping time without eating, okay? So that is helping your body give a break to the digestive system. So that's the timing part. So if you happen to go over 3 meals in a day, or if you have 2 snacks or 2 extras or something like that, then you wouldn't meet this component of the day, and it wouldn't be a perfect day anymore. Okay. Got to keep within the guidelines of this, but you can see how I'm talking about you have some freedom in this component. Now, if we are trying to stop grazing and we have breakfast, and then mid-morning we have an extra, and then we have lunch, and then mid-afternoon we have a snack, and then we have dinner, and then all night we eat freebies, it looks like grazing. But as long as you had everything right in that perfect day, your water, you journaled everything, you ate everything in a way that was controlling insulin, you didn't go over your portions, and you didn't go over what is allowed with this, then it's still a perfect day. And you'll have great weight loss in the beginning. You might have to adjust that as you get closer to goal, okay? But you're going to have great weight loss with that. But let's say that you have 3 meals and just a freebie. That would be a better Shibboleth day, all right? And then let's just say you had 3 meals. That would be an even better Shibboleth day. So there's good, better, and best when it comes to meeting this component of the Shibboleth shield. And every days can be different. You know, some days you're not going to be as hungry, and then there's going to be days where you are hungry. And then just don't eat if you're hungry. That's the point. And then utilize an appropriate thing at an appropriate time if you are hungry. Okay, so how do we put together a properly combined meal? Well, you got to learn that there are 7 categories of food. Now, all whole foods and some boxed foods have been put into, not just boxed, but manufactured foods have been put into these categories based on their nutritional value and how they respond in your body. This is very important. So in Shibboleth, we have 7 categories. And I'm going to read them off to you because it's important to start to hear things, because this is us teaching you and speaking the language, okay? Category 1 is a lean protein, or you might see the abbreviation LP. Category 2, fibrous carbs, FC. Category 3, energy carbs, EC. Category 4, protein plus fat, PF. Category 5, fruit, FR, also known as an antioxidant carb or AC. The reason I added that one on when I created this slide was because every once in a while I'll see a document in Shibboleth that had AC, and I said, what is that? This was in the beginning, and it's fruit. So I just want you to be aware if you see AC or antioxidant carb, that's really fruit. Category 6, superfood or SF. Category 7, shellfish or SHF. And shellfish is really just a lean protein, category 1. Don't mean to confuse anybody with that. Shellfish is a lean protein, but due to medical reasons and biblical reasons, some people don't want to eat shellfish. So we just pulled it off and put it in its own little category. Thank you, Patty Bass, for being on here and reminding everybody to take notes. So we've got all of those 7. Those are the 7 foods. 7 categories of foods. And what your goal is to do is to figure out the foods that you eat on a regular basis and what category they go in so that you can figure out how to combine them properly and make a meal that controls insulin. So there are 5, if you're taking notes, this is important. There are 5 of those 7 that you don't even have to combine at all. And what that means is if you eat it alone, it's okay. Now, most of the time when people are making meals, they're going to combine foods. But there are times when you get into a situation where it's just most everything that you are offered to eat would bring an insulin release, and you can choose to eat just a protein plus fat. So maybe you're at an event and you can just eat the steak rather than the macaroni and cheese and all the other stuff that is going to bring an insulin release. You could just eat the steak and that would be okay. The reason that this is important is because we want you to know how to eat in any and all situations. We teach you situational eating. This is very important. So the 5 that you can eat by themselves are category 1, lean protein, category 2, fibrous carbs, category 4, protein plus fat, category 6, superfood, and category 7, shellfish. So those are the ones that you can eat by themselves if you needed to. So we skipped category 3 and category 5. Those must be combined properly. Must be combined properly. All right. So let me talk about superfood real quick. A food qualifies to be a superfood when it has all 4 macronutrients in there. You don't have to learn that yourself, what they all are and everything, because we've got it listed all out on the website, okay? So, but superfood has all 4 macronutrients. So what that means is superfood has water in it. We consider water a macronutrient on Shibboleth. It's got protein in it, it's got carbs in it, and it's got fat in it. So it's got all 4 of those things in it. So let's talk about the things that we need to combine properly. Energy carbs and fruit. Don't eat those together, okay? But if you want to eat an energy carb, you must eat it with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So let me just kind of give you a little science lesson behind that. So, and remember, when I say lean protein, that can be category 1 lean protein, or that can be category 7 shellfish lean protein, either one, okay? If you like shellfish, it just means you have more options. If you don't like shellfish, you don't have to eat it. No big deal. You don't have to eat anything on Planet Shibboleth you don't like. And that was so helpful to me because I was always feeling kind of pigeonholed down certain lanes that I didn't like, and wasn't ever losing any weight because I didn't like that lane. But Shibboleth taught me how to eat what I do like, and I lost 50 pounds. So I'm thankful. Okay, energy carbs. Let's say that you want to have some corn. Okay, so you're going to do about maybe a quarter of a cup. And actually, I've never even measured it out, but I like to tell you that so that you don't overdo an energy carb, okay? But I use my 2 hands, all right? So my corn is probably going to sit about right there, about a quarter of a cup. When you eat that corn or any energy carb, your blood sugar is going to elevate because that's what it does when you eat an energy carb. So your blood sugar elevates, all right? Your pancreas then secretes insulin in order to deal with the blood sugar elevation. But now that you're learning that you need to eat in a way that controls insulin, then you have got to make sure that you combine that or eat it with, that's all combined means, eat it with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So this meal could be as simple as chicken breast as your lean protein, some green beans as your fibrous carb, and corn. That looks like a classic plate. Many people have eaten over the years, but sometimes people put multiple category threes together before they learned this because they just didn't know. They didn't know this information. So, what's going to happen when you eat that meal? The corn is going to elevate your blood sugar. Your pancreas is going to secrete insulin to deal with that blood sugar elevation. You are learning to eat in a way that controls insulin. You've chosen to have it with a chicken breast and green beans. The protein in the chicken breast and the fiber in the green beans are going to help neutralize the insulin release that came out because of the corn. Hallelujah. Y'all just say, praise the Lord right now. You are learning the nutritional secret of helping with pre-diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and accessing and burning off stored energy while not storing new energy. Okay. You have just learned the secret. Bing, bang, boom. That's it. We just need to learn what to eat. And that comes, of course, across this week and tomorrow night and stuff. Okay. Let's do another example. Fruit. Remember how in the beginning I said that there were 3 differences between the 2 modes? Weight loss mode and maintenance mode. One is the number of holidays. The last one is the mindset. But 2 is simply how you eat fruit. When you are in weight loss mode, you must combine fruit properly. That might be blowing your mind right now because maybe you did lifestyles. You're like, if I eat tons of fruit, I'm going to lose weight. Well, you know what? Fruit has fructose in it, which is natural sugars. That sugar still elevates your blood sugar. And if you are in weight loss mode, we're seriously controlling insulin. And you need to make sure that you combine that with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So let's make a little brown bag lunch. Small apple. Put a small apple in your lunch, and then maybe you take some turkey breast and you take an Olay Extreme Wellness high fiber tortilla. And you could even put a little condiment in there. I like to do the Laughing Cow wedge cheese. I put that in there. I put some lettuce, maybe some spinach. That's an additional category too. And I put some turkey meat in there. I roll that up. I have a lovely lunch that is going to control insulin. Guess what the apple's going to do? When I eat the apple, it's going to elevate blood sugar. All right. But I've chosen to eat it with a lean protein, which was my turkey breast deli meat. The Olay Extreme Wellness High Fiber Tortilla is a category 2 fibrous carb. And if you like lettuce or spinach, you can add that too when you have an additional fibrous carb. And then the little Laughing Cow cheese, we call that a condiment, and we talk about those tomorrow night. Okay, but that will control insulin, and that's going to be a lovely meal. Okay, so that's awesome. Now, let me talk to you about something that you don't combine. It's really important that you know what not to combine together. So do you see this one right here? Category 4, protein plus fat. Look, there's that word, fat. This is not a bad word. What that means is that, okay, well, first of all, fat, our body uses fats that we eat for certain functions. And so that's okay. Our body would use that up as it needs it. Also, if it's portion controlled, something that's got protein plus fat in it, which I eat quite a bit of that, it is going to be used up as energy and dissipate as heat. It's when this is not portion controlled is the problem. Okay. But we totally can use this on planet Shibboleth. But if you're taking notes, please write this down. We do not eat things that bring an insulin release with protein plus fat, because remember, insulin captures fat. It's the fat bus. Okay, so we're not going to eat protein plus fat with energy carbs, which is your threes, fruits, which are your fives, and seafood, which not seafood, Lord, superfood, which is your sixes. Okay, so energy carbs, fruit, and superfoods bring an insulin release. Depending on the superfood, that category is very varied. But in the beginning, that's the way we're going to look at it. We don't eat it with this. So let's talk about a classic plate of a steak and a baked potato. Do you know the steak is not the problem? And the baked potato is really not a problem if it was eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb, because see, a potato is an energy carb, and you can still eat potatoes on Shibboleth. You just want to have it with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So, but what and there's no fat in a potato. So listen to this. There's no fat in a potato, but it's the catalyst to fat storage. So we eat a potato. And most of the time, potatoes at restaurants and stuff like that are huge. They're huge. I went to a restaurant one time, and on their menu they had a 1 pound potato. I about died. I took a picture of it and I said, "Y'all don't do this. This is gonna hurt you." But so if you eat a potato, it's going to elevate your blood sugar, just like we talked about. Okay, but it is an approved thing. But if you eat it with the protein plus fat, when that pancreas secretes the insulin that should be dealing with your blood sugar elevation, it's going to go capture the fat in the steak instead. How many just said, wow? Who just said, wow, right there? That is how steak and a baked potato gets turned into fat storage. But if you want a steak and a baked potato, please know you could have that up to 6 times a month in Shibboleth. Just don't do it every day. All right. You can have it up to 6 times a month. It's okay. And if you really want a potato, just have it with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. So maybe you do potato, about 1/4 cup, a 96% lean ground beef patty, and maybe a side salad or some broccoli. Okay. Cover that up. That's approved. You just don't want to eat that with the steak. Now think about this one. If you eat fruit with eggs, you have just stored the yolk, the fat in the eggs by eating fruit with it. And you might have thought that that was a good fat burning breakfast or a weight loss breakfast, and it's not. Nobody's ever told me that before. You're probably hearing it from me for the first time. So we would not put anything with the protein plus fat with any energy, carbs, fruit, or superfoods. All right, so now let's make sense of this little chart right over here, because you're going to see this chart in the fast track laps. The blue column is a fast weight loss column. The yellow column is a faster weight loss column. The red column, you are blowtorching fat like you'd blowtorch butter. That stuff is just melting off if you're doing this. Okay, so think about this. I'm going to show you what this means. Okay, when you're reading this chart and you see this blue one, this is not quantity. Do you see this number right here? And do you see this 1 and see this 6 and see this 2? That's not quantity. That is the category number. So how this would read is category 1 lean protein with category 6 superfood with category 2 fibrous carb. So what that might look like is some chicken breast, some black beans, and some green beans, broccoli, cauliflower, anything like that. Okay. And then this is showing you can have protein plus fat by itself. Let's come down here and look at this bottom one. You see where it says MR? That means meal replacement. I know I needed the quick and easy, and I like the quick and easy. So I found some really great meal replacements that I like, and they fall in this category. Okay, so you're going to use this to build your meals, all right? Okay, the most important rules of food combining category 1 or 7 with a category 2 fibrous carb and MCT, which we're going to talk about on the next slide, are the fastest fat burning combinations. And MCT is an oil, medium chain triglyceride oil. These are the fastest fat burning combinations. If you want to eat an energy carb or fruit, you must eat it with a lean protein or shellfish and a category 2. So this is a must and an and. And we just don't eat category 4s, which are your protein plus fat, with energy carbs, fruit, or superfoods. And then this bottom one's very important because we do teach you how to eat out in restaurants. All meat at a restaurant should be considered a category 4, protein plus fat. Okay, so make sure you consider all meat at a restaurant a category 4. The reason that's important for you to know is because at a restaurant, let's say that you wanted to have some potatoes. So you think, okay, I'll order it with chicken breast and green beans. Well, see, the problem is the chicken breast, if you cooked it at home, would still remain a lean protein. But at a restaurant, they didn't cook it in an approved oil. They probably used an oil that's a long chain triglyceride, which we're going to talk on the next slide. So basically, what they've done is they've taken a lean protein, they cooked fat into it, therefore, it turned into a protein plus fat, which is a category 4. Knowing that all meat at a restaurant is a category 4 will keep you safe because you will not order it with 3s, your energy carbs, fruit, your 5s, or your 6s, which are superfoods. Does that make sense? All right, let's talk about MCT oil. So here are the approved cooking oils. 100% MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride. Here's what's awesome about this. Medium chain triglycerides have almost no propensity to be stored on the body as fat. I have not ever bought any other oil since I started Shibboleth. I just buy medium chain triglyceride. Why would I, once I found out this information, why would I ever want to have anything to do with the other oils? I don't. So I just buy MCT oil. So let's talk about what I was buying before Shibboleth. Olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. Those are LCTs, long chain triglycerides. They have a great propensity to be stored on the body as fat. So here's the thought process. A medium chain triglyceride is a shorter fat lipid. A long chain triglyceride is a longer fat lipid. So if you had 2 candle wicks, which one's going to burn up faster? The shorter one. And the long chain triglycerides are also very dense, so it takes a long time to break them down. And so we on Shibboleth are trying to access stored energy for the energy that we need. If we are given our body easily accessible sources of energy or these long chain triglycerides that take a long time to burn, we're not ever going to get to the stored energy. So we make these food adjustments so that we can get our body to use the energy it already has stored on us. And that's when all that burns off. We use that as our energy. Okay. So MCT has some really great properties to it. And I'm going to talk about that in just a second. But let's look at the next one. Coconut oil. You could use that. Coconut oil is 66% MCTs. It's not 100, it's 66. And then you could use ghee butter, which is spelled Ghee, butter. It's butter. It's just been clarified, meaning all of the milk solids have been pulled out of it and it's just the fats left. That's, I think, 40 to 45% MCTs. Okay, but we do everything we can in this lifestyle to try to make it be enjoyable. And we're all going to, if you like shrimp scampi or if you like crab legs or lobster tail, things like that, and you like to dip it in butter, then you got your new butter to use, ghee butter. You can also use 0-calorie cooking spray. So I'm going to give you a little example as to how I make a decision on which oil I'm going to use. If I am cooking a lean protein, whether it's from category 1 or category 7, I use MCT oil. But when I am cooking a protein plus fat, It's already got fats in it. I don't need additional fats. That's when I use 0-calorie cooking spray. So real simple example is egg whites. They are just protein. They have no fat in them. But whole eggs, they have protein and fat. So when I'm cooking egg whites, I use MCT oil. When I'm cooking whole eggs, I use 0-calorie cooking spray. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so I had a great question one night. Somebody said, well, why would I choose to use MCT oil, which has about 130 calories per tablespoon? Why would I choose to use that over something that doesn't have any calories at all? Well, here's the thing. Medium chain triglyceride has some really great properties. It has a metabolism building effect and it has a muscle preserving effect. See, in Shibboleth, we want to access and burn stored energy. We don't want our weight loss to come from muscle loss, heart mass loss, and all the other ways that you could lose weight if you aren't losing it appropriately. We don't want that to happen. So we use medium chain triglycerides because it's got that nice little effect. But it also, when I say it has a metabolism building effect, it's thermogenic. So it's going to help you burn a few extra calories too. Now, you are hearing me say really great and wonderful things about MCT oil, but I don't want you to use it randomly. We're going to use it for 3 reasons. If you are cooking in a pot or a pan or a grill or however, cooking, you can use it for cooking purposes. You can use it in recipes, okay? And you can use it in salad dressings, approved salad dressings from our recipe library. Those are the 3 ways that you can use MCT oil: cooking, recipes, and approved salad dressings. Why I'm saying that is because if you ever have heard of bulletproof coffee, which is putting oil in coffee and stuff, we don't do that on Shibboleth. You're putting something that still has fat in it, but although it's a quick burning fat, but you're still putting something into a pre-digested drink. See, there's nothing in coffee to slow down the fat absorption, even from a good fat. So don't put it in your coffee. We're not making bulletproof coffee. We don't need to put it into shakes or do anything like that. And we do not need to take it as a supplement. There's a lot of noise out there right now about MCT oil. All those people trying to sell you something are not using it in the way that we need to use it. We're currently in the nutritional situation that we need to access and burn stored energy. So we're going to use it for the 3 reasons that we said, not other reasons. Okay. And then what else was I going to say? Oh, make sure you cook on low to medium heat. Otherwise, it will set off your smoke detector. It has a low smoke point. When you are buying medium chain triglyceride, make sure that the ingredients say 100% medium chain triglycerides. If it says medium chain triglycerides from coconut oil, that's really just coconut oil. That's not 100%. That's coconut oil, which is 60% MCTs. When you want to buy something that's 100%, that means they pulled all of the just MCTs out, and that's what's bottled. So you want to make sure it says 100% MCTs. Also make sure that you can cook with it too, that it's appropriate for cooking. So read the bottle. If you want to save some time, energy, effort, and headache, you go to myshibboleth.com/shop or store. I can't remember, but there's a link at the top of your website, and just buy the Zero Drag. Zero Drag is the brand name that I purchase, and that is what we sell because we believe it's the best. So and it'll save you from going to store, getting in and out of the car, reading, looking, taking pictures. Will this one work and all that. Just get Zero Drag, unless you want to have a headache. Okay. So we've done the little overview, okay? I hope you are not sitting there saying this is going to be hard, because it's not. I promise you it is not. You have a management system before you, okay? We look at our month. We don't want to use any more than 6 holidays in a month, okay? Then we're going to look at our day. Is it a perfect day or a holiday? And then you look at each meal or what you're eating. So it's a system that'll help you make good decisions, all right? This is very important. So I want you to, once you've had 2 perfect days, On your third perfect day, you are in EFB, baby, efficient fat burning. All right. Because what happened during those 2 days, your body got rid of any insulin that was running around in there and it used up any glycogen, which is sugar stores. So just it uses up all of that. So on your third day, you are burning fat for the energy that you need. And guess when you need energy? All the time. All the time. So we got to access and burn stored energy. So let's think about this. EFB is efficient fat burning. It shows up on your timing chart as a flame. We want to get some flame streaks, all right? So we are striving for perfect days. But planned or unplanned, a holiday is coming. After a holiday, it takes 2 perfect days to get back into EFB. It is a beautiful, wonderful, balanced lifestyle cycle. That's what you've got your hands on now. You've got a way to celebrate when it's time to celebrate and get back to business when it's time to be getting back to business. All right. So just let me repeat that. We're striving for perfect days. Planned or unplanned, a holiday is coming. After you have a holiday, it takes 2 perfect days to get back into efficient fat burning. And then you string as many efficient fat burning days together as you can. And then planned or unplanned, a holiday's coming. Then it takes 2 perfect days to get back into EFB. You see where I'm going? We've got a lifestyle now. We've got a plan, and it's wonderful. When we are in EFB, our body will burn fat, which is stored energy. Okay, it's energy. You've got to have energy. It's going to burn the fat off for the energy that we need rather than easily accessible sources of energy, such as unapproved oils or starchy or sugary carbs. All right. So if we're giving our body starchy and sugary carbs, those are easily accessible sources of energy. It's going to use that up for energy first. It's not even a high quality energy. And then unapproved oils, they'll take longer to burn up and they're more dense. Okay. And if we're not giving our body those things and it needs the energy, it has to access the stored energy. I hope some of y'all are doing a dance right now. I really do, because that is exciting news that you now know the secret to burning off fat. This is it. Okay, let's recap what the fat bus is. The fat bus is insulin. Insulin is a growth hormone focused on fat storage. Y'all, there are other growth hormones that come out and help you. So, for example, there's other growth hormones that come out at night, but they aren't necessarily all focused on fat storage. See, some of them are focused on recovery, cellular recovery. And this is also why I like to go to bed on an emptier tummy, because if my body is digesting at night, it cannot be recovering as well. And I want to keep looking good for the rest of my life and staying young looking. And I want good cellular recovery going on at night. So I go to bed with my tummy empty when possible. Not starving, but empty. After an insulin release, fat storage will occur for up to 48 hours, meaning you're out of EFB. Hence the 2 days to get back into efficient fat burning after a holiday. Insulin also increases appetite. All right. So have you ever eaten some ice cream and then you wanted Tostitos, and then you wanted a cookie, and then you wanted a pickle, then you wanted some more ice cream? I mean, that is an insulin increasing your appetite, and it will send it off the charts. Okay. So if you've ever experienced that, now you know it's insulin. And then after the fat bus has been on its rounds, it takes 2 perfect days to get back into EFB. So what are you going to eat this week? That's the big question, right? I want you to make a list of 7 lean proteins that you like that can come from category 1 or category 7. Make a list of 7 favorite fibrous carbs, okay? And all you do, like you've got a list here of your lean proteins, a list here of your fibrous carbs, okay? You got your lists. You literally take your pen or your pencil and go, like you were in kindergarten. Remember, we're in kindergarten. You're going to say chicken breast and green beans. Yum, I'm going to eat that. 96% lean ground beef with broccoli. I'm going to eat that. or whatever. If you're vegetarian, we just have to look for those things, okay, that are your lean proteins. But you literally just pick something from one column and something from the other and keep it super simple. See, in the beginning, we want you to get that water drinking down, the journaling of your food, simple meals that control insulin, learning to portion control, and learning to get that good timing in. Y'all know what's so exciting about this? I didn't have a way to manage what I was doing before Shibboleth. Now I have a way to help me make decisions. And I'm so thankful for that. See, we have standards now. We have standards that we live by. We have a way to measure moderation because everybody's moderation can be different. We got a way to measure that moderation now. All right. So we use the shield to keep us safe, and it will work. So if you happen to go ahead and get your hands on some MCT, throw that in when you cook those meals, and you'll have your fastest fat burning combination. I would highly suggest that you find some meal replacements that you like for simplicity. If you're eating Pop-Tarts now, you're going to need a Pop-Tart void replacement. If you're eating cereal now, you're going to need a void replacement for that, okay? So Trina is asking, what meal replacements are acceptable? Are you referring to meal replacement shakes? Okay, so I'm referring to lots and lots of meal replacements. And I'll tell you what, Trina, hang on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish. I got one more slide. I'm going to finish that. And then if anybody has to go, I understand. And if they don't have to go, well, we'll talk about those real quick. And then just keep it super simple in the beginning. And then you'll branch out into recipes and restaurants and all of those things as you continue to live the lifestyle. But keep it super simple this week. But no, we eat well. And we just have a way now to manage the amount and the quality and the insulin control. We have a way to manage it now. So, Shibboleth is a ministry, but you are not going to get low quality support. You are going to get so much support, you're going to wonder how we do it. It is going to blow your mind. If you are a Facebook user, you can join our support groups, which the ones that you need to be in are all listed out in the Fast Track lap number 1. You click there, you join, and then you check the box that you've done it. You're going to familiarize yourself with our awesome website. How are you going to do that? Following the Fast Track laps. My goal in the Fast Track laps and each little task that's in each lap is to help you shorten your learning curve on our very awesome and robust website. I do want you to make a getting started mentor appointment, but for next week. Why next week? Because I want you to work your way through the Fast Track laps this week. And I want you to get to know our mentor or one of our mentors next week. The reason I suggest that is because when you're talking to a mentor, if you know what's going on, y'all are going to have a more intelligent conversation. If she's having to spend 30 minutes explaining the lifestyle to you, which she can, that's no big deal. If you don't understand after a week of Fast Track, then that's what y'all should be talking about. But if you can learn this through Fast Track and then you have that conversation with her, y'all are going to have a much better time and you're going to learn so much more. Fast Track is, I'll show you. And then welcome to the Shibboleth family. We are here for you. So first of all, I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to do a different share. I'm going to share my screen. And if you are looking for that slideshow that I just used, see where I clicked on dashboard? This is how you get to Fast Track, y'all. Fast Track is your self-paced, self-guided curriculum. So I clicked on dashboard. If you are brand new, when you click on dashboard, it's going to come up to Fast Track. I'm not new. So if you're not new, it's going to come up to an instructor page. Then you click on Fast Track. Whatever way you got to do it, you want to get to that Fast Track. And see, we have these laps, lap 1, lap 2, lap 3, all the way through lap 7. This is sort of designed to beat Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, a week long and, time that you're going to focus on yourself and learn this lifestyle. And what I was saying about doing each step in each lap of Fast Track. This one looks like a long list, but it's not long because some of this stuff is just liking a page or joining groups, okay? But do you see this little information I right there? When you hover on your computer or lightly tap on your phone, that information I, a black box appears. You read the black box first. This black box is like we were having a conversation like we are right now. Okay, you read that. This is why you are doing this task. And there's any special notes about what you've got to do when you get into that task, it'll all be in this black box. So read that first. Then you're going to click here and it'll take you to the page you need to be in the website. Michelle, dashboard, and I'll come right back to it. Once you have done the task at hand, you check the box. So you can, okay, I have a master's degree in education and I used to be a school teacher and a principal. I had to put this in like step-by-step homeworky type things. I had to do it because we needed a really good plan for us to work through all these cool things. And in fact, this is how, oh, you're welcome, Michelle. This is how I now answer questions like this. When I see questions asked on any of our Facebook groups, I'll say, oh, that's in lap 3 of Fast Track. I direct people back to Fast Track because obviously they didn't do it. So you want to work your way through each of these. And this lap 2, super important. You're going to be finding your ideal weight. You're going to be doing a full body assessment and all of that. And look right here, this video is a video of me showing you how to do all of these things. So I haven't left anything to chance, okay? Every lap has a new video that goes over every single bit of what is on that lap. The black box gives you something to read so you can listen and you can watch and you can read and you can do. I've covered all learning styles, but you just have to do it. I mean, I can't come over there and do it for you. You've got to do it. But it will work if you do it. Okay, so Trina, we're going to go to meal replacements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go right here to lap 5 because I have this link set to the best meal replacements. And I want you to look through those. Now, I do want to tell you all, in order for your big giant food library to be opened up, you need to have at least taken the Fast Track test, which is the 3rd thing in on lap 1. Okay, so you're seeing more now on my screen because I have my big food library opened up. To get your big food library opened up, you do that test, okay? And it's the step 3 in lap 1. So right here, Trina, a lot of shakes will be listed out here. One of the best shakes you can do is this one, Beverly Ump. This is one of a fabulous meal replacement shake. That's really good. Then, as a matter of fact, oh, bummer. It's taken a second to go back just because my internet. Okay, and then let's see. This, oh, these are so good. This is a Buff Bake protein crunchy cookie. I eat these a lot for breakfast with a Healthwise hot chocolate, which is a high protein hot chocolate. Now, if you're seeing this number right here, do you see that? That means that's a -3 on the weight loss meter, and negative is good. Now, look at this category. Do you see right here? This can be used as a snack, a meal replacement, but you got to come down here and read how to use it. See, we don't leave anything to chance on Shibboleth. There's another girl named Kim that writes all of this stuff up for you. So you can have up to 2 cookies with 8 ounces of Kroger Carb Master or fat-free Fairlife milk as a snack. You could do 3 cookies alone as a snack, 4 cookies alone as a meal, or 4 cookies with the Kroger Carb Master or fat-free Fairlife milk as a meal replacement. And then WLM stands for weight loss meter. So some things are better for weight loss than others. All of your snacks are going to be a 0 or greater. They're going to be a 0 or a positive number in weight loss, because snacks aren't great for weight loss, right? As a meal replacement alone, it would be a -3. And if you have it a meal replacement with one of those milks, you can do it's a -3. By itself is a -1. But anyway, so meal replacements, Trina, don't just have to be a shake. It can be some of these other yummy things. Let me see some others that I like. Actually, once you join the new member Fast Track group on Facebook, I have my favorites listed in a post, and it's marked as the announcements. I really like these AHS pancakes. These are called Advanced Health System pancakes. One packet would be a snack, 2 packets would be a meal replacement. And then right here it says perfect pairing item. Perfect pairing item just means that you could put it with some other things and it will work. Perfect pairing, if we do some application right now, it's in the blue column of your, let's go look at this real quick. I'm pulling up, this is the advanced combination chart. That combination chart we looked at earlier was a very basic one. I kind of like this one myself. But do you see right here where it says PP, a perfect pairing? It goes here in the fast combinations. But what that means is it'll work, but you don't really want to do it all the time. And then see right here, meal replacements, -2 and -3 meal replacements. And you're going to learn all that. Never get confused. Everything that you need to learn is in this. You just work your way through it. And what I would do is try to do lap 1 today. You should be able to go, even if you haven't done it yet, after we get off of here, you could go and kind of do these things, okay? This one will take you an hour, so you may want to watch them tomorrow or something. Lap 2, try to do that one tomorrow. Lap 3, try to do it Tuesday, okay? So you're just going to be building your framework of knowledge as you work through each step of Fast Track. Does anybody have any questions while I'm still here? Otherwise, oh yeah, the Mighty Muffin is a great meal replacement. Thank you, Patty, for reminding us of that one. The Mighty Muffin, I ate 20 of them. Oh, yeah, Amy, I'm sorry about that. I ate 20 of them in my first 20 days. Let's see, Amy, I apologize. Did you say we could access the recording again? You can. So I'm going to show you where. But what else I was going to show y'all is where you can find that slideshow that I used. See right here in lap 2? See where it says participate in the Sunday night live webinar? That's where the recording is. That'll be on demand for you right there. You click there, and there it'll be. And right underneath it, right here in these materials, if you click right here on the Shibboleth Lifestyle Overview presentation, it opens up the slideshow that I did tonight. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if you are new, which, you're either new or refresh right here, everything that you need will be in Fast Track. And if it's not, I want to know so that I can fix that and add it to it. All right. Well, we're going to hop off of here, but I hope to see y'all tomorrow night because it's 1 full hour on talking foods and what foods can go together and how to build meals. Because even though that's only one part of the Shibboleth Shield, it is an important part. And we got to start familiarizing ourselves with what foods go in what categories. All right. Y'all have a great night. Bye.